First of all, shout out to everybody involved with putting this event together. This was huge. I heard there was more money put into this Fury versus Ngannou fight than the Super Bowl, and it was incredible. I thought it was cool how the UFC guys, Asanya and Usman, came out and walked Ngannou to the ring. I thought it was cool. I said the boxing guys should do that. So you see Fury come down the hallway, and you had all the boxing guys lined up, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis. I mean, this was so well put together. I mean, seeing a fight done anywhere else, they're going to have to really step their game up. Didn't care for the little baby. I don't like none of these rappers with these names that take no creativity. Lil Baby. Their raps are about as creative as their names. But other than that, I mean, what an event. And what do you guys think? I hate trying to judge fights like this because do you judge the guy that taps the guy more, or do you give it to the guy that punches harder but threw less? It's hard to critique a fight like this, and Ngannou did better than Deontay Wilder did in his first time in the ring. Kind of reminds me of Creed, how Diamond Dame gets out of prison and gets a title shot without fighting any professionals. So I was like, man, Ngannou has nothing to be ashamed about. Split decision. And I know a lot of people are going to say, of course, they were saying this before the fight, if Fury wins, it's because they want that Usyk fight. And Fury didn't sound like he wanted to really talk about that. He was saying he wanted to spend time with his family, but then later he got kind of pressured into saying, okay, I'll fight. But anyway, back to the fight, man. I thought Ngannou seemed tired the whole fight. His mouth was open, but then he knocked Tyson Fury down in the third with the left hook. And I thought it was a balanced shot, especially I couldn't tell till I saw the replay. It looked like it hit him on the top of the head. Fury said behind the ear. But nonetheless, it knocked him down, and he was trying to get back to his feet. Didn't seem that hurt. So I think it was a balanced shot, but it looked very impressive for Ngannou to do that to someone like Tyson Fury. Even did his little dance, in Fury's face. And Timothy Bradley thought that the knockdown got Ngannou away from his game plan. Like, then he was just trying to go for one shot. I don't think it was that. I think it was him being tired. 271 or 272 is a lot of weight, even at 6'4". So, he might have been tired. Who knows? But great performance from Ngannou. And I thought he connected with the definite power shots. I thought Fury wobbled him in one of the rounds, and nobody talked about that. Like the first or second, and then Fury came right out and met him in the center just like he said he was. But Ngannou took it. He admitted before the fight when he woke up he was a little nervous, and he'll learn later not to let things out like that, because if Fury was watching in his dressing room, he's like, okay, he's probably like, I can play on your intimidation or fear, however you want to put it. So, you might think it, but don't tell it. If you're going to tell it when you're retired or something. But it took a long time for them to calculate those scorecards. I was like, oh no, is this some funny business? But I thought Ngannou did a great fight. I could even say he won it. I'm not shocked either way if you say Fury won it or Ngannou. And everybody thought I was talking crazy when I said that Ngannou would probably knock Fury down in this fight. And people were like, oh no, this and what happened? He knocked him down. Just like I got the Wardley Adelaide fight right on my WJ platform. I was one round off. I said Wardley would stop him in 8, stopped him in 7, kind of a bad stoppage, but I think it was still, Wardley was still bringing that heat. And Wardley was just too much. And I didn't like how Adelaide was trying to fight like a street fight, putting his forearm constantly in the neck of Fabio Wardley. I thought that was uncalled for. But Fabio was just too fast for him. And Adelaide was talking about he thought Wardley was coming in too heavy. And Wardley was the more energetic guy. Adelaide did all that talking and then was running the whole fight. Ran the whole fight. Get knocked down and stuck out your tongue. Didn't do nothing. You thought that was going to intimidate a guy that just knocked you down? Like, how am I scared? You on the ground sticking out your tongue. Stop. But Wardley made a statement tonight and looked like after the fight he was yelling soft. Soft. Didn't even look like he really wanted to greet David Adelaide at the end of the fight. Like, yeah, whatever, go back to the showers. But yeah, Joseph Parker looked great. Uppercut. And his trainer, Andy Lee, was real happy about that. Like I said, I never know which Joseph Parker I'm going to get, but he came in there clearly the faster fighter and got him up out of there. Looked like when dude fell, he shook his head no, like he didn't want to get up. But I don't know. But excellent night of boxing, man. It was worth the money. This wasn't just a boxing match. This was an event, man. And Fury, is he not as great as we thought he was? He tried to blame a lot of it on ring rust, but I understand that he had a 12-week training camp, which is more than he put in for Deontay Wilder. But yeah, maybe it's just the style of Ngannou, and Fury's face definitely looked touched up at the end of the fight. He got a cut on his forehead in one of the rounds where Ngannou came up with an uppercut, and that Ngannou had some little tricks he was doing in there. He even tried the little UFC punch like that. And it was like watching professional wrestling at times. Just the look of it all. But Francis Ngannou, you have nothing to be ashamed about at all. If you haven't heard about his story, how he got to the States after hearing about Mike Tyson, didn't even know what he looked like and wanted to be like him and meet him, came from Cameroon, you should hear that story. Someone's got to do a movie about that. But what do you guys think? I can't wait to get into the comments and hear, do you guys think Ngannou won or do you think Fury won? I kind of had it for Ngannou. I picked Fury, but did Fury even throw more than 5 punches in that final round? He was moving around like he was protecting a solid lead. I'm like, you better punch, man. He just didn't. I think he outlanded Ngannou 70-something to 40-something, but he still wasn't busy enough. He was doing all this jerky feinting like Usyk, but he wasn't throwing much. And I don't know if something he felt from Ngannou kind of deterred him to throwing those big shots because he didn't want to get countered. But he said Ngannou was just waiting back, waiting to counter him. And he was saying he's a better fighter than he estimated, than he thought. Split decision, though, 95-94, I believe, for Ngannou. I forget the other scorecard, and the other 95-94 for Fury. But, man, if there was more events like that, people would gladly pay their money, gladly pay the $80 and all that. But like I said, let me know what you guys think. This is J. Roos Theory. Make sure to comment, share, subscribe. LSR forever, and be fearless. Yay.